Happy New Year and welcome to Aztecs All In, the podcast that goes all in on San Diego State sports. I'm Weiner along with Steve Perez. And Steve, what a year it has been for Aztec sports. Are you ready for 2024?
Oh, yes, of course, Lewis. Why, I can't wait to hear what clever wordplay you have in store for us now.
The Aztecs zigged.
There it is. Brilliant.
And knocked off the Zags, getting that much-needed signature win. Darrion, Trammel, and Reece talk about their fantastic performances.
We'll also hear from the Aztecs' go-to guy for big road wins, assistant coach Dave Velasquez, who says, yeah, we meant to do that.
And the Aztec women's basketball team goes to OT for its first conference win of the year.
And just so you don't think we're only all about basketball, a member of the Aztecs men's soccer team gets his due.
But first, we take you to Spokane, where the Aztecs went into the kennel and tamed those Bulldogs, Steve.
So let's talk big picture for a moment, Lewis. Aztecs were 6.5-point underdogs, or thereabouts, going into this game. Bulldogs, the Zags, were ranked 13th. Games on Gonzaga's home court on ESPN, the Deuce. You couldn't call the Aztecs a great road team thus far this season, with the losses to BYU and the Lopes of Grand Canyon. The roster in transition from last year's Final Four team. As you would have said, had they lost, and this is my best Lewis Weiner imitation now, well, it wasn't a bad loss. And yeah, had they lost, it would not have been the end of the world this season, but this one was a clear and convincing road win against the other top-flight basketball program on the West Coast. So this is one of them their quad one wins. Aztecs 84-74 over Gonzaga, 11-2 prior to the starting of conference play. Darrion Trammel really showed up big in this one, especially with Lamont Butler in foul trouble. He chipped in 17 from off the bench. Almost like the Zags weren't really scouting or planning to see him in action. In the first half, it was DT helping the Aztecs keep pace with Gonzaga. 15 points in 16 minutes. He made up the lion's share of the Aztecs' 19 first-half bench points on 6 of 9 shooting, 3 of 5 from downtown. Reece led all scorers with 22. Jaden Ledee had to battle inside most of the night for his 20. I love me some DT when he's knocking him down, hustling on defense, dishing out assists. Now when he tries to get inside amongst the trees and gets them blocked by the opposing bigs or gets his pocket picked on the double-team press late, not so much. But after the game, San Diego Sports 760's Ted Leitner draws senior assistant coach Dave Velasquez for the post-game show. Coach Velasquez told Ted there were 2 numbers on the board, 77 and 1. That was the Zags' record last 5 years at home. And he added that while it felt good to make them 77 and 2 at home, it wasn't a big surprise. And he also talked about Trammel's great contribution on this particular night.
That's what we're excited about. It was a team effort, but there's not water flying around. We expected to win. I mean, you come to San Diego State, you expect to play in these games, and you expect to play in these environments, and you expect to win. And our guys stepped up, man. Darrion, Trammel, Reece just studs tonight. Jaden Ledee stepped up where guys, weren't having their night, and that's what good teams do. When one guy's, not playing too well, someone else steps up for him, and really proud of our guys. A great team effort. It was big for him, and to get his confidence back and everything he's been through, and having a kind of a change of a role, which is always hard to do, but
right.
And again, he stepped up tonight, and that's what you expect to do. He was playing the same guy he was playing against Creighton. He guarded him. For 34 minutes. Him and Nimhard, 34-minute battle tonight. So we expect, like I said, this was an expected victory for us. Not to poo-poo it by any means, but just this is what it is. San Diego State. This is we come to these games and we expect to win. We're not just happy to be here. We're happy because we won, and that's what we expected to do.
Steve, all season long, we've been talking about Darrion Trammel still working his way back from the injury that cost him 3.5 weeks of practice before the season. And I think it's safe to say that Trammel is all the way back. He didn't need a last-second shot at the half to make his presence felt this time. He came out scorching hot, scoring 10 points in just his first 5 minutes of the game. Slowly but surely, the bench is becoming a force. Against Gonzaga, the bench accounted for 32 points compared to just 11 bench points for Gonzaga. After the game, Trammel talked to Andre Hagverdian and the East Village Times about the importance of having depth off the bench and his big night.
That's something that Coach Dutch always has, is depth in his roster. So, it's all about just being ready for your moment, and I think a lot of guys stepped up for that moment. Honestly, before the game, I felt like this year it was been up and a lot of downs. Been injured, so I thought it's a great game to have a breakout. So I just had that confidence going in. Keeping our composure. They showed us some things, and we looked at the film during the game, and we saw what was open, and we figured it out. That's all it is. So we're obviously going to learn from that in the long run, and we'll definitely be better at that going to conference.
It's good to hear DT getting some airtime, especially after such a momentous win for the Aztecs. Now, in this game viewed on TV, you miss a lot because the cameras follow the ball, so viewers must have missed a lot of physical play by both teams. In that regard, the Aztecs apparently gave as good as they got, to the point where it appeared the Zags grew frustrated. I thought a big moment in the second half was a technical foul called on Gonzaga's Dusty Stromer, shoving away Miles Bird from a teammate who Miles was jawing with after a call went against him. The Aztecs were up by 7 at that point, 15:09 left. Stromer decides to get into it by shoving Bird, not a hard shove, but still unwarranted, as the play was whistled dead and it happened right in front of the ref. Reece Waters hits 2. Aztecs get the ball. Bird knocks down 2. Aztecs up by 11. They led by as much as 15.
Steve, the Aztecs trio of Jaden Ledee, Darrion, Trammel, and Reece Waters combined for 59 of the Aztecs' 84 points, including 31 of the 46 points in the second half.
Zags got it to within 3 at the 6:30 mark after pressing the Aztecs into some issues with their ball handling.
The Aztecs turned the ball over 4 times. It was Waters who hit the big 3 when it was most needed. Waters told Andre Hagverdian and the East Village Times that everybody on the team is ready to contribute, whether it's from the starting lineup or the bench.
I'm used to being in with the starting lineup, but, everybody's ready. We all are here to compete. Everybody's competitive. Everybody got the edge, and at any given moment, it could be anybody's night. So we're just lucky we got out with a win, but we're happy because we know we can do it. There's definitely times where, I may have not pass up a shot, but see something else in the defense that could get somebody else a shot. But I think at the times that I just play my game and just let my mind go and just play with my instincts, I play the best. We're going through scouting, going through practice, and I was struggling, and so that happens to me on my mind. Like, I got to look at film and just look at myself and just keep it. I had a talk with Coach Dave over one of the few practices and act, and we were just talking about basketball and what I need to do better, and I just took that in with myself. Don't play like a robot. Which I catch myself doing a lot of times. So tonight, just playing off my instincts and just playing my game.
So while Waters had a great game, his free throw streak finally came to an end. He was 42 of 42 on the season until late in the game when he finally missed his first free throw of the season. And after the game, he said he was frustrated but glad they won, and that he tried to be perfect, but that nobody is perfect.
Aztecs looking like a team that knows how to get it done as they head into conference play. They'll face Fresno and UNLV before we come at you again on Aztecs All In.
Steve, the Aztec women's basketball team got its conference season off to a great start, defeating Colorado State at home in overtime, 74-71. Abby Prohaska and Jada Lewis led the way, each scoring 22 points. But it was Lewis who hit the game winner while also pulling down 9 rebounds. In overtime, Lewis hit a 3 as the shot clock expired to put the Aztecs up 3 with 7 seconds left, and they hung on for the win. It was the boards where the Aztecs did their damage, pulling down 12 offensive rebounds compared to Colorado State's 5. The Aztecs hit the road for their next conference game on Wednesday at Air Force, Steve.
They were not going to be denied. Yeah. So I'm working on this catchphrase, Lewis, but maybe that one's a tad long, eh? And Lewis, don't want the end of the year to pass without noting a terrific accomplishment by Aztecs redshirt freshman in soccer, Reed Fisher, named to the College Soccer News first team after starting all 18 matches at center back. He led the squad in minutes, 1,592 of 1,620 possible. That makes me tired just thinking about it. He also made honorable mention in the All Pac-12 Conference. Head coach Ryan Fisher says the team is rightfully proud of the national accolade, saying no one on the team devoted themselves more to individual improvement.
So, Steve, before we wrap up this final edition of Aztecs All In for 2023, I want to wish all our listeners a very, very happy new year. And you, my friend, I wish you a happy new year. It's been a blast doing this. I'm looking forward to continued success for us and Aztecs All In for 2024. Happy New Year, Steve.
Thank you, Lewis. Same to you and yours. It's been a fun, exciting, and entertaining launch year for Aztecs All In. Most of all, it's been very interesting. Special thanks to the crack Aztecs media relations staff led by Jamie McConaughey. Man, those guys work hard. Did I see Jamie on ESPN2 during the Zags game holding down the fort? Yeah, I did. Seriously, appreciate the access, guys. Could not have done it without that. And you guys. Speaking of that, have to also thank the Mountain West Conference for their assistance as well. It's time to say see ya to 2023 and hello to 2024. Remember, you can follow us on the X at Aztecs_all_in and drop us a line if the spirit moves you, aztecsallin@gmail.com. So for Lewis Weiner, Steve Perez here saying thank you. We will visit again with you next year.